Greetings, everyone. I am Pete Pardo from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, bringing you new album reviews all the damn time. Today, we're going to take a look at the 14th studio album, brand new album on Nuclear Blast Records from the great Bay Area thrash legends called Testament. Para Bellum is the name of the new release. It looks like a Testament album, right? The artwork is usually very similar, not similar, but there's a look and feel to a lot of the Testament album covers, right? So let's take a look at this jewel case set here. Let me turn that around so you can see that the way it's supposed to be seen. There we go. All right, and then the booklets. More of that artwork, lyrics. There's Chuck Billy, lead vocals. Eric Peterson, rhythm and lead guitar and vocals. He's doing some of the harsh vocals on this album. We got more lyrics. There, of course, Alex Skolnick on lead guitar. I guess all the rhythms are played by Eric on this album. There's Steve DiGiorgio on bass guitar, of course, the great Steve DiGiorgio, and his first appearance on a Testament album, Chris Dovas on drums. There they all are right there. Credits and things. So, lots been said about this album already by lots of people. I literally, like the day of its release, Pete, where's your Testament review? Pete, where's your Testament review? Got to give me time to get these and to digest them. An album like this needs to be digested first. But I've had it now for not quite a week. I've listened to it a ton, and I see people who absolutely love this album, say it's their best in years, most varied album. Some people don't like it. I'll probably get into why. I can understand that, but I think it's amazing. I think it's a great album. It's a kick-ass album, and it gives you a lot of what Testament has done throughout their career with some twists and things, right? So we've got a total of, it's 50 minutes long. There are exactly, how many songs? 10 tracks on here. Most of the songs are roughly in that kind of, like, most of them are about 4 minutes. There's a couple 3 minutes and change. There's a couple that go over 6 and 7 minutes. But for the most part, about 4-minute tracks. Crushing riffs throughout. Blazing solos from Alex. And I think Chuck Billy is singing up a storm on here. What I really like about this album is they give you Testament. You know, Testament is one of those bands, always been a thrash band, but they've always done a little different things. They went through this period where they were doing very Metallica-sounding stuff. You have the early, very technical, melodic, thrashy stuff. You've got the two, The Gathering and Demonic, right, where they dabbled in death metal. You have the furious thrash stuff of the more recent era, the later stuff. All really, really great. You get a little bit of everything on here. Like right off the bat, man, For the Love of Pain is a killer song. Absolutely killer song. And again, you got Chuck Billy doing the death growls on here. Does them very well, by the matter of fact. Doing more of the thrash, screamy type things. And then you've got Eric doing the black metal stuff. Which, not surprising because he does vocals in his other band, Dragon. I'm drawing a blank on the name of the Dragon something or other. The hell's the name of his other band? Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. Dragon Lord, right? So he does the black metal vocal, and that Dragon Lord is more of like a kind of like a blackened thrash band, and he does the black metal style vocals there. So I'm assuming he's doing that here because you got like the growly stuff and the black metal shrieks, the rasps, all going on at the same time, and works really, really well. So this song is like this rampaging thrash meets death metal meets black metal head-on collision going nuts, and it's absolutely brutal. So good. Infanticide AI is the next track. Might be my favorite song on the album. That is just brutal thrash as only Testament can do, with just killer riffs and blazing leads from Alex, and just a pummeling, relentless track. I absolutely love it, but it's very memorable. Shadow People also kicks ass. That's like a classic Testament thrasher. Really, really good. Then you got Meant to Be, which has like kind of like symphonic elements, and it's very melodic and kind of moody, and reminds me of like a way more interesting like Nothing Else Matters by like Metallica. It's really good, really well done, very different. It's after the first three kind of killers. It's kind of like a nice little respite, but very, very melodic and very catchy to the ears, right? And then you get High Noon, which more of the kind of pummeling stuff. You get Witch Hunt, Witch Hunt has some kind of like hardcore-ish moments in there, I think, which I think is pretty cool. Nature of the Beast, or maybe it's Nature of the Beast, which has, I'm trying to remember. Again, I haven't listened to this a million times, but I'm trying to go from track to track here. Might be Nature of the Beast that has that feel. But Room 117, and then the back half is melodic and moody and atmospheric, yet still has that kind of pummeling nature that we like from Testament, like Havana Syndrome. Havana Syndrome is absolutely killer. Man, the riffing of that song is so good. Great drums throughout. I really like this drummer. I think he fits well with the band. And then the title track, Para Bellum, which finishes off the album, is also the longest track at 6.5 minutes long, and that is killer. Absolutely killer. Like I said, if you like the last few Testament albums, especially since the formation of Damnation and onwards, I think you'll really, really like this a lot. But again, if you like kind of like a late 90s dip into extreme metal, you get a bit of that here on a few tracks. You also get some of the classic early 80s sound as well as their early 90s sound, where they were doing more of like a straight ahead kind of like Metallica, not so much thrash, but like, kind of like just straight up metal sound. There's some of that here as well, and then a little bit extra things. So I really, really like this a lot, and it's a heavy record, heavy album, and the production is spot on. Again, who handled the production on this album? Chuck Billy and Eric Peterson, along with Juan Ortega, co-producing. So Jens Bogren did the mixing and Tony Lingler did the mastering of the album. It's a really, really good sounding album. The guitars are ferocious. The vocals are brutal. The drumming is kick-ass. Steve DiGiorgio's bass is awesome. I mean, this is a band that has been pumping out really, really strong albums in this later stage of the career. Just kind of like, like Overkill and kind of like Exodus and Saxon and all these, metal bands who just have come back and have really enjoyed some fresh life later in their career. And this is a really, really good album. I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5 star. It's that good, folks. Really, really good. But again, to kind of circle back to where I was getting at the beginning, I can see some people who love thrash, but don't like death or black metal, probably are kind of like, there's a little bit too much extreme metal stuff popping up on this album. But they do it in a tasteful way where it doesn't take, it comes in and it enhances certain tracks, but they don't overuse it. I think Chuck Billy is doing like a million different vocal styles on this album, which I think really adds a lot of variety. And like I said, I like the fact that they're letting Eric do some of the harsh vocals as well, because I think it adds a nice balance back and forth. So Chuck's doing the thrashy, screamy type stuff. He's doing the more gruff stuff, the melodic stuff, a little bit of the death metal. You got some of the black metal stuff. It's a little bit of everything on here. So if you're a metal fan and you like all these things, right? You like all these more extreme brands of heavy metal, I think you're going to like what Testament's bringing to the table here, because you get a little something for everybody, which is really cool. You get the real cool, intricate, kind of prog metal-y type guitar arrangements at times, the shred and solos, just a little bit of everything. So really, really good. 4.5 out of 5 star. Para Bellum from Testament. That's your review. More coming. I'm away for a couple of days, so probably won't get any new stuff till later on in the week and over the weekend. Maybe over the weekend. I got Dream Theater on Saturday, so I'm not sure how much I'll get done. But I do have brand new Green Carnation, a dark poem, kind of like part one of a 2-part thing that they're doing. I've got new Jonas Lindgren. I got new Jack Starr, Chris Slade. Myths of Logic just came in. I've got the what else is here? I've got the brand new Glenn Hughes. Still trying to digest that. I've only listened to it once, so I need more time with that. Got new box set from Daryl Way's Wolf, Cadenza from Esoteric. Got a new reissue of Greenleaf's Revolution Rock. It's a reissue of that early album from them. Got the new reissue from Gotham. We got all sorts of other stuff. There's a huge stack. So new Royal Sorrow. Got, big stack. Lot to get to. So we'll get to it when we get to it. And we'll see you soon. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. They're all down there in the video description. Thanks for all your support, folks. It's very much appreciated and important to help keep the channel going so we can continue to get more of this stuff and bring things for you to discuss, for us to discuss on the channel. So thanks, everybody. We appreciate it. We'll see you soon. I'm Pete Pardo. Take care. Bye-bye.